So, hello everybody. Great to be with you all. I'm sorry I'm a fraction late, a fraction disorganized. Let's see. Next stream is on Thursday, which will be the 15th of August at 3:30 p.m. in UK time, which is always a fiesta here in Spain. Let's see. So, welcome to Julia, Oksana, Patricia, Renyard, Sveta, and Sergey as well. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Let's see. Both Shelley and Lord Byron, and I'm talking about Percy, but because his wife lived a lot longer, lived really weird lives. Frankenstein was built of different body parts of dead bodies and brought to life. Frankenstein was a Frankenstein. He wasn't as I guess he was a kind of zombie, but not a golem. So hi Catherine, great to have you as well. You see, I think Frankenstein itself is one in its own class, where nobody had actually thought about, or no, they hadn't seriously thought about monsters where they put everyone together. Hello, Diptanu's Poetry, lovely to see you. So let's get it together and get started. This was about an article about fermented foods and how they could be good for you, how they could be better than other foods. So this can activate, well, it's talking about a type of fermented food. This can activate a receptor called HCA3, which informs the immune system that stranger, outdoor, outlandish, offshore, foreign substances are in the body. Good morning, Luis. Good morning, Susanta. A werewolfy, but you're not dangerous. Just a were person, maybe, then. So, hi Susanta, and hi to White Stripes as well. So, let's see. We've got Oksana, who goes for foreign, and we've got White Stripes, Sergey and White Stripes, who go for foreign. We've got Renyard, who goes for outlandish. Susanta goes for foreign, so does Patricia and Sveta. Okay, something that's outlandish is really weird, Renyard. So something outlandish is something that is almost difficult to conceive of. It's perhaps it's perhaps something from outer space. Or something that is supernatural. It's outlandish is something that's just really, really weird. So Katrine goes for foreign, Julia for outlandish. I think the orphan negatives, it might be coming today, it might be tomorrow. It's the next couple of days. Yeah, weird. Outlandish is really weird. Paradoxical, illogical. Okay, a paradox is two things that are mutually exclusive. So yeah, Schrodinger's cat is paradoxical. Thank you, Oksana. Thank you for that. So foreign for Julia. Pistachio ice cream sounds lovely. Okay, so foreign substances. Okay, foreign substances in the body. Okay, some videos are recorded with 2 or 3 days advance. That's normally, well, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 days in advance, maybe a week in advance. And I have others that are recorded over a year in advance, believe it or not. I have videos programmed for next year. Illogical. Yes, it's an illogicality closer than confusing. Hi Rishi, great to have you. Carnivorous vegan. Stäubert has since confirmed by dint by virtue, owing through her research, that sauerkraut, through the action of HCA3, is an inflammatory. So Oksana goes for through. White Stripes goes for through. Julia goes for through. Through for Renyard. Through for Rishi. Through for Julia. Through for Sveta. Through for Patricia. Stäubert. Through for Catherine. Okay, by virtue of. Yes, it's that of that's the question, isn't it? Yeah, by virtue of, by dint of, owing to. So by dint of, by virtue of, owing to, but through. That's exactly it, Julia. Through for Luis. Oh yes, I remember this. Is always Stäubert. Stäubert, thank you for that. Hey Ronan, lovely to see you. I think it's something like 800, but I don't know the exact number. So, through, very definitely. So by dint of by dint of hard work, you will pass your exam. By dint of being British, I don't need a passport to go to Northern Ireland. Through her research, based on her research. Thank you, Ronan. But by dint of, as a result of, by dint of being a chemist, I understood what he was talking about. I need them. That's exactly what I need. So let's try the next one. So here we go. This means the immune. This one's easy. This means the immune structure, system, scheme, organization is less activated, which is good, she said. Thank you. Okay, system for Oksana and Renyard, system for White Stripes. This looks good. This is a collocation. Thank you, Rishi. System for Sergey, system for Julia. Some drastic werewolf remedies. Okay, so this means the immune. Well done, Katrin. Immune system, that's it, Patricia. Immune system, that's it, Rishi. Good. Okay, the immune system is less activated. $8,000 isn't bad, but you still need more, Diptanu. You still need more. 8,000 is good. To dog, to hassle, to give somebody a hard time to. I've read a few of the Father Brown stories, but not very many of them. So, a bad immune system overstates, overemphasizes, overdramatizes, overreacts, which can cause autoimmune diseases. So it's good to eat fermented food to train the immune system to be less responsive, she says. I am always dogged by allergy to pollen. Okay, so overreacts. He was dogged by the press. Okay, so overreacts for Oksana, overreacts for Julia and Sergey. Immune system for Luis. Overreacts for White Stripes. Overreacts for Patricia and Renyard. It's a perpetual process, absolutely, Diptanu. Overreacts for Sveta and Susanta. Good. Overreacts. Overdramatize. Is to give something too much drama, to play something up too much, to this is the worst in the world, this is the absolute most fantastic, this is over dramatize. Some chemical remedy. I'm not a big believer in chemical remedies for things like that. I think food and is a much better way to eat in the right way. So overreacts for Luis, and I'm sure I saw overreacts for Katrine as well. To overdramatize. Yeah, to don't make a crisis into a drama. Yeah, it is being like an opera singer to it. Hi Manji, lovely to see you. So, overreacts. To overstate means to say that something is too much. So, for example, if you want to go and get a loan from the bank, you might overstate your income. Instead of saying that your income is 10, you say it's 25 in order to get your loan from the bank. To overstate and to understate, to say that something is more than it is. To understate, to say something is less than it is. So, hi Manji, hi Slipknot. Yes, this is from a real. These are real studies. This is from a BBC article. Okay, let's continue. And it's possible fermented food might benefit mental well-being, although the research here is tentative, indecisive, irresolute, or iffy. The opera singer. It's a good analogy. Over-dramatize. If you don't over-dramatize an opera, you don't have an opera. Yes, that's perfect, Renyard. They overstate the losses of the enemies and understate their own. Yeah. B or D. Okay, tentative from Oksana, tentative from Rishi. They overstate their income to marry a beautiful girl. Absolutely, that's the idea, Susanta. So tentative or for Sergey. Patricia says tentative or iffy. Tentative for Julia. Tentative for Manji. We could say iffy. The problem with iffy is it's very informal. Yeah, I think I would give iffy a 3 in formality. Yeah, and that it doesn't fit the article for iffy. The meaning of iffy is the right word meaning, but tentative. If you're indecisive, Diptanu, you have problems making decisions. You can't make up your mind. So I'm indecisive. The research can't be indecisive. The researchers are indecisive. Is undecided. Undecided would definitely work, Slipknot. Welcome. Indecisive. or iffy. Hello, Nina, lovely to see you. Nina for tentative. Inconclusive. Inconclusive would be a good word. Research can't be indecisive. I think the research is tentative. No, tentative is you are suggesting that something is true. I give it a tentative solution. Is provisional. Okay, yes. So it might benefit it, but this is a tentative proposition. Iffy means dodgy, not very good. Don't eat that food. It's rather iffy. You might get sick. Don't trust this guy. He's very iffy. Yeah, iffy is maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. Yeah, so this is a tentative solution. This is not indecisive. It's definitely tentative. A tentative idea. Experimental. Good, Sergey. I like it. Subject to change. Good, Rishi. Okay. Let's continue. Bide the time, fro and to and fro, beck and call. They never appear unpaired. So you're now thinking about unpaired words. Okay, in one 2023 study, participants were divided into two groups. One made up of those who devoured, fed, partook, indulged, consumed plant-based fermented foods at least 3 times a week, and those who didn't. Mistakes are learning opportunities, Diptanu. It's a way to improve. So consumed for Oksana and for White Stripes and for Nina. Consumed for Sergey and Patricia and Manji. Consumed for Sveta. Unclear would work. Fickle wouldn't. Fickle describes a person's character, Katrine. Yeah? The results are unclear. Yes, may. Tentative is better because they're a provisional idea, but yes, I guess. Consumed for Luis, consumed for Rishi. Hi, Victor. Hi, Manisco. Tentative, possibly. Yes, Tonic. Consumed, tucked into. I like it, Renyard. Consumed for Katrin and Julia. Devour. Devouring is to eat lots of it, to eat far. Partook. Well, partook of, to partake of. Partake goes with a meal. So who devoured? You devour your food when you're hungry. Consumed for Diptanu. You like to devour everything. I like to devour everything I like to eat. Who fed themselves with plant-based, who partook of, who indulged in, who consumed. So who devoured, this is too strong. Cookie Monster devours things. We're a gluttonous bunch. That's good, I like that. Eat hungrily and quickly. Simply eat what they ate and what they didn't. Exactly, Rishi. Who fed on, who partook of, who indulged in, who consumed. It's consumed, definitely. Consumed is neutral. No, consume is a much more neutral word. Consume, 5.5 in formality. A consumer consumes. A restaurant where the visitors are devouring their meal. That sounds like a canteen full of 15-year-old kids. Tuck into means to eat, to start eating when you're hungry. Very informal. My mum gave me a plate of fried egg and chips, and I tucked into it. I started eating it. Ingest is much more formal. Aye. Let's go into the next one. Okay. The researchers analysed their microbiomes and other nutrients in their guts and found that those who ate fermented foods had more bacterial mixture, diversity, distinction, pluralism, and higher amounts of short-chain fatty acids. So, let's see. Diversity for Sergei. Okay. Diversity for Sveta and Oksana and Rishi. Diversity for Julia and Manji. B for White Stripes. Diversity for Renya. Diversity for Nina. Okay, yes. Had more mixture. No, had more diversity. Diversity is talking about different types of things. Distinction. The distinction between this and this is the difference between two specific things. Pluralism is talking about society, where there different inclusion of everybody within society. So let's try the next one. I don't believe it. The most important finding, ruling, verdict, judgment, diagnosis was that the small chemicals in the gut were very different between consumers and non-consumers of fermented food, says Andres Gomez. Etymology nerd. Yeah, etymology sounds very interesting. I have very little idea. I have no idea about intestinal bacteria either. But it's clearly that if you want a diversity of them. So the most important finding for Oksana, finding for Sergei, finding for Rishi and Julia and Susanta, finding for Manji and Sveta. Finding and find. Okay, a finding is the result of a scientific analysis. The finding is the result of the conclusion of a committee. This is the finding of a court. You find somebody guilty. Yeah, and this is the finding. Whereas find, you lose your keys, you can find your keys. But the finding is the result, is the decision. So, ruling. A ruler or a judge rules. A verdict is your judge. Judgment. Findings are often used as plural. You can have one finding or various findings. Diagnosis from a doctor. No, the most important finding from a scientific group. Continue. In another small study with the same participants, Gomez found that self-reported mental health scores were more firm, compatible, seamless, tolerant, consistent across the regular consumers of fermented food, while the non-consumers had more fluctuating mood reports. Okay. I've got a video on contronyms, white stripes. So, okay, I get it. You're just answering the letter for D's with this. So, consistent for Oksana and Julia and Rishi and Nina. Consistent for Sergey and... Therefore, tolerant from White Stripes because he's gone for D. Consistent for Manji. Consistent for Sveta. Consistent for Renyard. Okay, so... if they are more were more firm, no, and also probably firmer, were more compatible with something else, were more seamless, they didn't join, they're more tolerant, no, they're more consistent. no, White Stripes. Sometimes I put 5, 6, 7, 8, as many as I can find in this. Okay, Gomez has a study, not yet published, comparing the effects of organic versus conventional, usual, plain, widespread fermented foods in the gut. I spent a long time thinking about this question. Can health be tolerant? No. I guess your system could be tolerant, Susanta. But these are the scores in this quick question. The mental health scores are more tolerant. This one's quite difficult, yes. You see, because I would say organic versus non-organic. Nina's gone for usual. Sergey's gone for conventional. White Stripes has gone for conventional, so has Oksana. Julia's gone for conventional. Yes, you find an object. A finding is a discovery. It's an idea. El Billy. So, pues va a ser muy pronto por la mañana, El Billy. Buenos días. Conventional. Yes. Convention for Rishi. Conventional for Manjira. Findings are usually data. Finds are usually archaeological. Okay, organic and inorganic. Widespread. It could also work. I agree, Renyard. Plain as simple. Yes. Okay. Organic means containing chains of carbon. Chains of carbon with hydrogen or oxygen. But the basis of organic means with carbon chains. Inorganic means any other type of chemical. Normally metals. Organic's talking about life. Chains of carbon molecules. So, conventional is the answer. Which means that organic food is not conventional. I would say organic versus non-organic. You can't say inorganic. Yeah? Salt is inorganic. I think usual works. I think plain, widespread definitely works as well. They used conventional. So let's try the next one. He says he has found a bond, link, fix, join between fermented food consumption and specific neurotransmitter and a specific or specific neurotransmitters. Hi Believe, good to have you. A link for Oksana, a link for Renyard, link for Sergey, link for Believe, link for Manji. Yes, a link. If there's a bond, there's some sort of empathy between them. A correlation for Believe, a link for Julia, good. A fix, no. A join, no. A correlation, a link for Rishi. That looks pretty good, so We're going to put a link here. And Nad, good to see you. A link for Nad as well. Okay, and this is an inhibitory neurotransmitter that makes you feel calm and could be an elixir, balm, vaccine, placebo remedy against anxiety and depression, he says. Link for El Billy. Organic salts, yes, but sodium benzoate. But benzoate is a ring of carbon molecules with hydrogen. Yeah, it's still a chain, a circular chain. Benzoate's still a circular chain of carbon molecules. It's the carbon molecules. So let's see. Interesting. Balm for believe, remedy for believe, remedy for Sergey, balm for white stripes, remedy for Renyard, remedy for Julia, remedy for Nad, remedy for El Billy. Panacea, but a panacea cures everything. It might be, I guess. A remedy for Rishi, a balm for injuries. Yes, a balm is something that normally you put on the skin as well. A balm is something that calms you down. A remedy for Manji, remedy for Manisco. This is a really good question, White Stripes. I would say so. An elixir for, a balm for, a vaccine for, a placebo for, a remedy for as well. An elixir is a magic potion. The elixir of life. The alchemists were looking for an elixir. An elixir is a magic potion. A balm is something that calms you down, that soothes pain. A vaccine we all know about for COVID. A placebo is something that it doesn't have any active ingredient. It just makes you happy, and that's why it works. A remedy, definitely a remedy. A remedy against. Okay, one more, last one for today. Good. In another yet to be published. So inorganic is not correct. I would say non-organic food. Food cannot be inorganic. Inorganic food, no, it's organic and non-organic food, but not inorganic. Yeah, and not unorganic. I would say non-organic. So good. Diet and developed from believe. Diet and developed from Sergey. Diet and developed from Nina. Western diet. Good, Nad. Well done. Developed for El Billy. Diet for White Stripes. Diet developed for Renyard. Diet and developed for Julia. Diet and developed for Rishi. El Billy goes for developed. So meal, no Sveta. Meal is breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's not meal. It's got to be diet. Your diet is your food. Lunch is a meal. You can't use meal like that. Develop for now. Okay, so a Western diet. You study a subject. To survey is to get real data. You can survey people. Yeah, you ask people's opinion. You survey the land. You look how it goes. Yep. Yes, Nad. That's one of the ideas. A lot of sugar and fat in a diet causes depression. Yes. Balm. A soothing, restorative agency. Friendship is certainly the finest balm for the pangs of disappointed love. Yes. Okay, for the last one. Okay, diet and developed for Manji. Developed depression for Susanta. Okay, so the mice had developed. Had grown depressed. Grow adjective. Had caught is a disease. Had cultivated, no. So, I think we're going to stop there for today. And so, as Julia says, smash the like. Next stream will be on Thursday, which is the 15th of August at 3:30 p.m. UK time. So thank you all for coming. It's been great having you all. I hope to see you all on Thursday. And let's see. So thanks to Believe and El Billy. Thanks to Julia and Manjira. Thanks to Nad, Nina, Renyard, Rishi, Susanta, Sveta, Sergey and White Stripe. So take care all of you, and I hope to see you on Thursday. It's been a pleasure having you all. Bye for now. Affectation. A mannerism is something that you use to pretend that you're important or to pretend that you're interesting, but it's not a real habit. It's not something you really do. An affectation is something a habit or something you do in order to impress people. Yeah, you're pretending something that's not true.